Hey everyone, today we're heading up to the Cog Railway on Mount Washington to watch the steam train go up. The steam train will go up sometimes twice a day, but definitely once. It goes up first so it doesn't get in the way of the other engines, since it's the slowest and it takes over an hour because it has to take on water halfway up, while the others don't. The others only take 40 minutes. The steam train is expected to go up today at 7:30. And don't want to miss it, so we're heading up there now to get a look at it. There it is. The steam train is now heating up, getting ready to leave in a half hour. Check out that steep train track. This is the first cog railway in the world. Personally, I prefer the steam trains as a rail fan. They're so much more exciting than the others. I hope they keep these around. You see they have two of them down there smoldering. All their other ones have been decommissioned and you can find them in the nearby area. Today is August 1st, 7:11 a.m. and the sun has finally peeked itself over the mountain. I wonder how much that's gonna move when the train runs over it. Right here you can see the water tower they used to fill up the steam train leaking because it's overflowing. It's being constantly fed from a higher point along the Ammonoosuc River that passes under that bridge, constantly being filled. They're definitely going up later today because it's a Sunday. It's already 8 o'clock and they haven't even pulled up to the platform. So I might be waiting around until 9. Hopefully 8:30, but nobody's here yet. Hey, they just started moving, so we gotta get up from here. Been sitting here for the past hour waiting for them to start moving. There's a really stinky septic tank right above my head. I'll show that out. Check out that cog rail. That's awesome. They put it together with red hot rivets. I can hear it way in the distance blowing its horn. It's very faint, but I hear it right now. they're gonna come back empty and leave everybody up there. In about an hour after leaving the people, they'll return with new people, drop them off, and take the old people back down. You can see the smoke way up there. That's the steam train way at the top. Here they bring up another train because there's going to be a bigger crowd in a couple hours when it goes up again, and they'll have 3 instead of just 2 at a time. Must be expecting a big crowd today. They're bringing out a 4th one. Here it comes, the steam train's making its way back down. This right here is the first cog locomotive in the world ever built. It's on that trailer because they bring it around to different rail shows to show it off. 1866, the first cog train ever with the vertical boiler. Now we're gonna go take a look at what's going on here. The Cog Railway opened in 1869. Haven't been on this train ride since I was 7 years old. Back then it was all steam trains. Now they're mostly diesel trains. They still got one steam train down there that you can see smoldering, still smoking. For all you train enthusiasts who want to ride the steam train, it still makes one trip to the summit every morning. It's the first train up there. Environmentalists wanted them to get rid of them completely, but they still have one for the people who love the steam train. Steam train takes about 1 hour to reach the summit. Back in the day with the steam train, tourists were unable to spend much time up there, only about 20 minutes. That's not enough time to be able to go in the museum, get something to eat, and explore. These days, you take the diesel locomotive up. As soon as you get off, people get right back on it from the last train, and it leaves without you. You stay up there for quite a lot of time now, and you get the next train as it comes back up, approximately 40 minutes later. Well, it would take 40 minutes of time. Down here, if you factor in loading, you probably got a full hour. A day like this, when it's cloudy, not many people around, so you won't be getting onto a packed train. But if you go up here on a clear day, this place is so packed. And since it became a tourist attraction, tickets for an adult to ride this train now. Years ago, it was not even close to that price. But it makes sense, more demand. Personally, if I was gonna ride it, I would take the steam train, which makes its first trip at 8 a.m. every morning. There's a few engines coming down right now. I see them descending on the hill. Looks like the Cog Railway is getting a new septic tank because it looks like they came here to pump it and a bunch of the hatches are cracked. Maybe they might not be replacing the whole tank, but definitely the hatches are cracked from freezing and thawing. Maybe not replacing the whole tank, but definitely the hatches. Smells really bad here because they're open. This is all the sewage from the place, and you see this is the pipe leaving the station. And look, there's even damage to that pipe because they hit it with the excavator, not being careful. Now this pipe goes down across the street, and this is their massive leach field for the building. Now I'm gonna take a quick walk down to look at the steam train. Take a look at all this coal. Looks like the guy might fire it up to pull it into the garage. or just doing simple maintenance. Guys getting up into the cab. I wonder if we're gonna move anywhere. Yep, guys backing it down to the garage. Nope, just pulled it a little bit. Here comes one of the trains to go across the new iron bridge that they just built a few years ago. This entire place went underwater during a flood just a couple years ago. Their old timber bridge completely washed out. So they brought in this new iron one. Where I'm standing now was completely underwater when the Ammonoosuc River flooded. The Ammonoosuc River starts on Mount Washington, and that's what's passing underneath the bridge. It's pretty small, but you got to consider during the spring thaw, that entire mountain coming down at once. When you suddenly get a hot day, it's going to be a lot. This guy's about to blow his horn as it goes over the bridge. It's probably going to scare me, even though I'm expecting it. I wonder where the horn is. They usually blow it halfway down the hill. They didn't do that today. That's why nobody's on it. They only blow the horn for the tourists, but nobody's on this train. They must have brought people up, and like I said, they leave them up there and then they get on the next train to give them more time. But it's early in the morning, not many people here yet. And there might be another one following it, depending on how crowded it was when they started. Now over here is a access road, mostly for the workers' ATVs, snowcats, things like that. But you can go into the building and get permission if you want to hike up it. That's what this sign is here. You can get permission if you're a rail fan, and you can hike up along it. It takes about 3 hours to reach the summit, so you'd have 6 hours of every single train going by right next to you if you go inside to get that pass. I was right, another one's following it. They'll do it in sets of 3 when the place is fully packed. Take a look at the Ammonoosuc River right below. You can even see the foundation of the old timber bridge. See it down there? Oh, this one must have people on it if it's blowing the horn. Nope, this one looks empty too. But you gotta blow that horn for even the tourists that are just down here.